Hey guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different. At LSPR I had a few people asking me about my gear setup and what I carry with me, and I thought that I'd go ahead and put a little video together just kind of showing what I carry, because my kit has changed a lot over this whole year of travel and taking this on as a little business. It's been kind of crazy, so I actually have a kit now that I have to bring with me, and I thought I'd show you guys around. It's not my normal content, but I know it's important to some people, and I kind of want to show kind of like the background of what goes on into how I produce my films and how I actually run and gun. So I'm going to run through my kit and kind of show you its importance, why I use it, why I have it. Kind of a quick review of whether I would recommend it or not. I've got a couple things I carry in my pocket at all time. So see if you can see it there. It's just a Gerber multi-tool. It's got every little basic stuff. It's got screwdrivers, flatheads, knife. Basically everything I need. Carabiner that's also a bottle opener. You never know. Also, little pin light. You never know, because at night when you're setting up everything, it really helps to have that light. So this is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to kind of work my way across the table and kind of show you guys what's going on. So I picked this up for LSPR, and it's just a little mini tripod that's you can kind of carry around in your carry-on. It fits in most backpacks. This one's really not made for a DSLR of my weight, but it seemed to work pretty well. So what I was doing with this is I would set up with my other camera, and I would record video as I was doing photography. And that way I could actually have video and photography of all the cars. Lightweight. It's made by Manfrotto. It's a great company. I've used those for a few other things, and they've been fantastic. Build quality is great. Lightweight. I would recommend it. If you have a heavy DSLR, I may not recommend it, but for most everything else, it works just fine. I have a little radio here, and it's good for when you're at the rally. You can actually tune into their station and listen to kind of the calls, what's going on with the rally. I met a guy at Sofer that had one of those, and we listened to all the calls of when the stages were starting, cars were off, the zero cars are going, and this is invaluable to have when you're at a stage rally, just so you have kind of in the know of what's going on. Because when you're out in the middle of the woods, cell phone service is awful. Information is very important, as always. My battery packs. Now, I've had this battery pack actually for probably 5 years. It's been fantastic. There's a little power brick. It's got 3 outlets, all different amperage. This is 22,000 milliamps, and it'll charge your phone like probably 10 times over. I usually use it when it's in my backpack, and I'll hook up a few accessories to it because it's with a USB, and let them be charging like GoPros and just whatever else I need to be charging at the time. But that's what I use for that. And actually, I just picked up the extra one. And it's good to have a couple extra. I mean, these you cannot have too many of these. They're small, compact, and they give you the juice. This one's 25,000 milliamp. No, sorry, 24,000 milliamp. Again, a couple ports. The reason I got this one's got a USB-C in there, and a lot of my gear now has USB-C, including my new cell phone. I have a Samsung Note 10 that I use. I just picked it up. It's been pretty good. It works with everything else, and I really need a new phone to carry. Moving on, I got my dashband stickers. I try to give these out to just about anybody at the rally. So if you see me and you don't get one of those, let me know and I will get you one. Jesse, my buddy up in Washington, got me these earlier on after I met him. Amazing dude, and you can just tell it's so rad. Love it. Thank you again, Jesse. So here, I just got my Canon battery chargers. Of course, you got to have those. It's just part of my kit. Running as the camera's all I do. I always have these charging. Onto here, some gaff tape. It's kind of a Peter Mckinnon trick. He recommends it for everything, and I mean, you can't go wrong with just having gaff tape anyway. On to the next here. This is just a little cleaning kit. It's good to carry around all these little cleaning kits for all my lenses. Works for drone lenses, works for GoPros, works for anything. It's just good to have just in case you're on the road and get some dust, especially the way I do shooting. The way I shoot at rallies, it's always dusty, it's always nasty. This one just happened to come with one of my drone cases. So I highly recommend getting one of those. Or, I mean, in most of my backpacks, I carry several of those lens cleaning cloths, and I just have them around just in case, because you never know. Because sometimes this lens right here gets particularly dirty, my vlogging lens. This is probably been my favorite thing. This is a Manfrotto monopod, and it's got the fold-out feet here at the bottom. You can see. It's got a swivel ball joint in the bottom. You have to grease up, because, of course, again, the dust. But this has been my bread and butter. I shoot with this thing everywhere I go. You mount your DSLR to the top, holds a ton of weight. You can actually balance it and let it stand by itself if you get it just right. Adjustable arm here so you can do some panning. It's just, I can't recommend one of these enough. If you don't have one of those in your kit, I highly recommend it. I got this one off eBay for, I want to say 120. And I think new they're like in the 200s or 300s. But it had one arm that had a little bent tab, and I fixed that. It's been great. I've been using it all year long, and if you're shooting anything, highly recommend a monopod, because tripod's fantastic, monopod amazing. And they actually have a Manfrotto, someone I saw had it. It's a tripod that actually turns into a monopod. I think it's a little bit more expensive, of course, but it's, as you can see, I run both of them, and it's no real big deal. I actually need both of them for the way I run a gun. I'll kind of move over here to the side. This is my new Rode Mic Pro. It's got a giant dead cat, as you can see, and actually I need to get a different dead cat. See, I've got this much clearance here that needs to be covered up, and you can hear some of my videos from LSPR. There, a little bit of wind got through there, but it's powered by a 9-volt battery, so it's kind of tricky to make sure you turn it on and off. It's a great mic so far. I've only done one rally with it, and it sounds pretty fantastic. I want to do a little bit more work with it. Like I said, get a little longer dead cat, and we'll kind of go from there. But I think it was like $250 for that. And I got that because I'm really big into sound. I really love the good sound of rally cars and just everything I shoot. I want to hear exactly what I'm doing. This Joby GorillaPod. Now this is I think the highest one they make, the highest weight level. This is an 8K, and to show you the difference, I mean, you can see how stiff that is for an 8K. It's made for DSLRs, it's made for heavier stuff. The first one I ordered was this one, this Joby, and I think this is like a 3K or something like that, but you can just see how flimsy and floppy it is. And if you put your good DSLR on that, it will fall over, it will break a lens. I know a lot of people that have done that, and I got really lucky with that. It only fell over a couple times on my cameras. Don't use that with a DSLR. Get this much beefier, much stronger one. And there's still people that don't trust these, and I get it. I completely get it. You just got to make sure you set it up right and balance it right, and kind of give it a wiggle test when you get it set up. So moving on up here, this is my Mavic Air. This is all my drone work is done with. It's been a fantastic. You can see how small it is, how compact it is. Fits in the palm of my hand. It's got a nice little carrying case that comes along with it. I keep my accessories with it. It's been amazing. It shoots 4K, it shoots slow-mo, it shoots everything. It has all kinds of different modes. Great gimbal. That's my workhorse of a drone, and I recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's I think they're coming down in price ever since the new Mavic Mini came out, so you can probably get them for around $700, probably, maybe a little less if you find one used. But yeah, fantastic drone, easy to fly, very smart. Has great sensors all the way around. You can see the obstacle avoidance stuff is really well built in all the DJI products, so I highly recommend that. And these I picked up in a pinch because I thought I forgot my charger one time. And these are just universal like battery chargers for DSLR cameras, and you can kind of adjust it, and you can charge these with a car charger, which is a regular 12 volt. And I hang on to those in my kits just in case I'm on the road and one of my batteries, either I forgot to charge it or just whatever. I think this is actually the actual Canon one, because you can see it's already lined up, it's not adjustable. But I think I picked this one up at maybe like a Best Buy or Walmart maybe. But good to hang on to just in case you're on the road. The way, like I said, the way I run and gun, a lot of my stuff depends on spur of the moment, making sure that I can pick up my camera and shoot immediately, and I don't have to worry about batteries or cards or anything like that. And speaking of cards, I keep this with me along with my laptop. I actually didn't bring my laptop to show you guys, but it's just a plain laptop with a SSD I put in. But this is just a regular card reader. It's actually a Kingston card reader. It's got all different card ports. It's a USB-C drive, so I can upload stuff real quick from my. I can back up or upload stuff real quick for my cameras, all at the same time if I just put them in the different ports. Moving on to here, these are all my charging bricks. I try to throw as many in my bags as possible because you never know when you're going to need all of those. And usually when I'm on the road, all of those are occupied by charging something in this kit, because you see I've got a lot of stuff that's a lot of batteries and needs a lot of charging. So these are invaluable. And the Samsung ones are pretty quick charging. The newer ones, of course, are going to charge a little quicker. If you're renting a kit, I highly recommend just getting a whole bunch of extra bricks just in case. So we'll go here to the middle. So this is my GoPro. It's just a plain old Hero 3 Black Edition. I've had it since like 2014 or so. Attached to this old Joby Gorilla Pod I have. This is a little overkill for what I do, but actually I can hang it from trees and I can put it up higher most of the time. And what I've dubbed this one is my sacrificial GoPro. I put this thing in imminent danger in most rallies, something that won't hurt cars, but something that's a little closer than I want to be, so I can record some pretty crazy video. And I can show you some clips here of some imminent danger videos I got at LSPR.
It's a shorter gun than the trike.
This is the sacrificial one. If it goes and gets hit, so be it. If not, you get some cool footage. Even if it does get hit, I can probably still pull the data off of it. So yeah, I recommend to have a little sacrificial GoPro if you're doing video, if you want to get some killer shots. Ignore the snow globes. Brooke's remodeling some stuff. So this is my DJI Ronin S gimbal. It's a great gimbal. Works awesome. Does some killer shots. The only problem I have with this thing is I don't have a chance to use it enough. So with the way I shoot and what I shoot, rally, primarily Rallycross, it's usually a very dusty environment. And as you see, there's a lot of intricate motors, a lot of joints, and I don't want to get this thing completely dusted up and ruin it, because it's got a lot of moving parts and it's a very expensive unit. I think I paid like around $800, $850, something like that. And like I said, it does great stuff. I can do like motion lapse videos. Great panning and it just does some awesome stuff. But like I said, it's hard to bust this thing out in the dusty environments and feel comfortable about it. So what I usually use it for is like autocross, like a park expose when we're doing like videos and walking around. But even at a park expose, this thing gets really heavy after a while trying to lug it around. Would I recommend it? Yes, but maybe not at rallies. I like it a lot. Like I said, it's just expensive for not being able to use it a whole lot at rallies. But other stuff, it's fantastic for. Got my badge, finally. I didn't get this till like October. No, I got it like September, I think. But that's my media credential badge. And if you want to do that, you have to go to the ARA website, and it's quite a lengthy process. You have to have a letter of intent from a team. You basically have to prove that you're not just a regular guy out there with your phone recording baloney. I actually applied the first time in, I think, February, March, right around 100 Acre Wood time. And they never responded, and things went through. ARA is kind of notorious for being slow on getting media credentials, so be thorough, but not annoying, and you can end up getting one of those. I think it's like $50 to register, and then the rest of it's just paperwork. So this is just a cheapo window mount or windshield mount for a phone. So traveling like I do, I have to basically use a map everywhere with Google Maps. And what I recommend doing before you go to an event is download offline maps. That way you have everything taken care of. You don't have to worry about getting signal or getting lost. Offline maps are usually pretty reliable, and I haven't had a whole lot of problems out of it. Just a few like random roads that were missing or messed up or closed. But yeah, that way in whatever rental car or whatever car, I can just slap it on the windshield, have my phone up there, be charging at the same time, and then find my way around. It's just kind of handy. Some of the rallies I was at this year, I was having to hold my phone while I was driving around, and of course it's dangerous and unnecessary. So I started packing this along with me. This thing right here has been super duper 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 for the last couple rallies. So it's just a regular face mask, and of course you can wear that to keep warm. But I learned on Fowler, Maker, and Mischief. Wrap it around here. It works good for cleaning lenses, brushing off stuff, just cleaning whatever. It's just good to have. It's convenient. It's not around your neck. It's not in the way. It's just good to have. I really have been happy with having this with me, especially at LSPR, like a foggy lens or just dirty lens or just wiping down stuff or wiping your face or blowing your nose. Well, not really blowing your nose, but anyway, wiping dust off stuff. You know what I mean. And then kind of finally, as far as the kit goes, this is my original camera. Some of you guys have been watching my channels for a while. This is my original Canon 80D. This is the workhorse that I got started with. This is what started my channel and how I ended up starting. And now I use it as my backup video camera. So at LSPR, I was running this on top of my Manfrotto tripod and letting it record along with my new mic all the nice, wonderful sounds of rally cars. So I think we're gonna keep doing that kind of setup. It's just great. It's great to have this as a backup because, as you see now, it's backwards, but this is my 90D. And also, while I'm on the subject, this is gonna be loud, sorry. This is my Rode mic. Hopefully you can still hear me pretty well. It should be fine. This is like $50 or $60. It's been fantastic. It's a shotgun mic, so it only works in one direction. I don't know if you can tell the difference when I point it at me and when I point it away from me. Yeah, this has been the workhorse as far as like vlogging and what I had before I had the giant new mic. So as you can tell, it works great for rally, it works great for everything. All the pure noise stuff you heard from the first few rallies were shot with that microphone. I turn around backwards when I'm doing these kind of videos, that way it's shotgun toward me and you can hear me better. So that pretty much covers the entire kit of what I've been carrying as far as November 2019 is concerned. It's been great. I'll probably add some new stuff here, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that I'm just necessarily missing. It's been a great kit. It's lightweight. I'm able to put it all in my new case, which I'm fixing to show you now. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So moving along here, this is my new case I got just before LSPR. It's a Pelican Vault case. It's pretty good size, but I found out when I was traveling that you can actually bring it on as a carry-on and it fits inside the regulations of most airlines. So that's good. It's still beefy, it's heavy. That's one other thing I found out while I was carrying this at the airport. There's no wheels, so you have to actually carry it. I am going to kind of look into maybe putting some wheels on this thing for future travels, but it's got nice deep pockets. You can see, eats my wrist alive. It's got all these partitions are removable and changeable, and I had it kind of set up for my rally stuff. All the stuff in here now is just all the extra cables and stuff that I took off my stuff so I could show you it. About the Pelican case, it's a super well made case. I'm very impressed by it. We use these at work for transporting goods. And we build rocket motors, so you know it's got to be good if the government uses them. Good clips, good strong. You're not going to beat that up. I'm sure the airports would love to destroy it, but they just can't. Very well padded. I feel safe with everything in here. All my very nice camera gear. One more thing that I'm going to show you guys before I finish up is these rain pockets for DSLRs. So your DSLR goes in here, the lens goes that way. You have your pockets, you can reach in here and you can see your camera and you can do all your settings. And the zips and the zipper is at the bottom. These things were fantastic. I actually bought two of them, one for my 80D and one for my 90D. And they were so good at LSPR. I was able to record in a pretty decent rain and nothing got wet. So that was a big win for me at LSPR, is just to have all that rain gear taken care of and not having to worry about anything getting wet. So that was huge for me, because usually as just a casual fan or just a casual photographer, when you're out there shooting and it starts raining, usually that's just game over. None of my cameras, none of my DSLRs are completely waterproof. I think they're water resilient or water resistant, but they're definitely not waterproof. Neither one of my cameras are really made for water. They're obviously not waterproof. You can get DSLRs. Some of the higher end ones are waterproof and water resistant, but these are not. So usually when the rain comes, it's kind of game over for everybody. But with this rain setup that I had, it's perfect. I was able to shoot and continue my obligation, because this rally I did different. This rally I had people that were paid in, who wanted media, who put in money ahead of time so I could focus on them. And that business model worked out really well, and I hope they're all happy with it. So far, everybody's been very pumped with the stuff that I've been able to give them, and I couldn't have been happier. So if you have any questions about my kits, anything, any suggestions, anything like that, completely open to it. Again, I know it's a different video. Hope you guys made it all the way to the end. If not, no big deal. The people that wanted to see it got to see it. So Appreciate it. I hope this helped you guys out. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later.